In just 10 days, Israel launched projectiles near Iranian nuclear sites 3 separate times, specifically zeroing in on the area surrounding the Bushehr nuclear power plant. The head of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Rafael Grossi, stepped in to assess the situation. His official warning was stark. Hitting a working reactor could trigger a massive radiological accident, releasing severe, uncontrolled radiation across the region. This specific terminology, calling a targeted military strike an accident, creates a profound logical gap. These operations involve mapping precise coordinates and firing military-grade projectiles at sensitive energy centers. This is a calculated strategy aimed at atomic infrastructure, a move that exists entirely outside the realm of unintentional error. Labeling a deliberate strike as an accident does heavy lifting. It softens the reality that a strict global boundary has been crossed, and it masks a threat that respects absolutely no borders. The Atomic Energy Organization of Iran made their stance clear, pointing to international agreements stating peaceful nuclear facilities are strictly off-limits during military conflicts. This rule exists for a very specific reason. It is a foundational boundary of modern warfare, designed entirely to prevent mass civilian casualties. If a projectile actually breaches the containment structure of a fully operating reactor like Bushehr, the immediate physical explosion is the least of the problems. This map illustrates a radiological disaster. The core threat is invisible, toxic radioactive material escaping into the atmosphere and catching the wind. As the cloud expands, it contaminates local water tables and degrades the biological health of massive, densely populated areas for decades. Wind patterns and water currents do not stop at checkpoints. A breach immediately puts the environmental safety of the entire surrounding region at risk. Yet, knowing exactly what is at stake, the military operations on the ground are pushing forward right now. There was a brief window where a timeline seemed established. Donald Trump claimed the U.S. would hold off striking Iranian energy targets until April 6th, but the calendar didn't matter. Israel proceeded to launch its strikes regardless of that U.S. timeline, proving that these highly sensitive sites remain active, unpredictable targets. The situation gets even more complex looking at who helps run the Bushehr plant. It is operated in partnership with Rosatom, Russia's state-owned nuclear corporation. Meanwhile, U.S. officials like Senator Marco Rubio signaled that allied military objectives inside Iran could be achieved in weeks without deploying a single ground soldier. Both the U.S. and Israel are plotting precise coordinates. They understand what is inside, who is working there, and what happens if containment fails. Pressing the attack under these conditions, with foreign nationals on site and a massive radiological threat looming over the region, confirms that the long-standing global taboo protecting nuclear sites has been deliberately discarded. The immediate, crucial fact is this: the operating reactor at Bushehr has suffered no structural damage, and the IAEA confirms no radiation has leaked. A catastrophic event was avoided this time, but firing missiles next to a live reactor crosses a permanent line in how modern conflicts are fought. This returns us to the logical gap in the IAEA's accident terminology. Striking a nuclear facility with the full awareness of its potential for mass radiological exposure weaponizes the environment itself. This transforms a conventional military act into a long-term threat to human biological safety across entire nations.
Politicians are comfortably debating timelines and military strategies from afar, but on the ground, the cost is already being paid. Civilians are actively dying in these joint strikes and retaliatory barrages right now. If the ultimate global rule cannot keep international battlegrounds away from live nuclear power plants, we have to ask, is any region truly safe from a borderless catastrophe?